Vain to have a hearing aid. This works. Okay. So I can hear you. Okay.
You like this?
Let's talk about it.
And believe me, he has copies if you can.
Lynette, he wants you over there.
First thing I want to do is thank my wife Lynette for agreeing to marry me. And I ask her. Best choice I ever made in my life. The first time I met Lynette, she was 13 years old in 1957. I met her at a drive-by shooting. I can't hear you, Ryan. I told you, turn your hearing aid up. But anyhow, I smooched with the girl across the street. Didn't know who it was.
Jeanette.
And Lynette's coming by in her roller skates, squirting me with a water gun. Drive-by shooting. Drive-by shooting. It wasn't too long after that, I was at this girl's house, and Lynette came over to visit with Edith. And I was there, and she started singing to me. What am I living for, if not for you? What am I living for, if not for you? Nobody else will do.
I had him at that.
I got to think about Fatal Attraction. Did y'all see the movie? The little rabbit got pulled in the pipe. So after I went to A&M in 1958, the girl across the street sent me a Dear John letter. And I got to think about Lynette, the Fatal Attraction, and the drive-by shooting. So I write her a letter. She answered me. I got to worrying about her answering my letter. We had, at A&M back then, you had Splash Day. Remember, Mary? Mm-hmm. And today they call it spring break. But I asked Lynette to go, and she did. And on our first date, I realized what a great person she was. How sweet, loving, loyal, and believe it or not, she was bashful.
Oh.
No more.
Dad,
They want to hear, honey.
Dad, you need to speak up.
I can't. I got a bad throat.
You might have to do it for him.
While I was at A&M, my dad got sick, and I had to wind up dropping out. And I got a job at Smith Industries, and I re-enrolled at U of H at night. Joined the Air Force, and served my duty with the Air National Guard. And while I was at A&M, we met Larry and Mary Shepard. They were our first friends. Larry was our maid of honor, Larry was our best man. We've known Mary all our life.
55 years.
And we used to get together when we played canasta every weekend. They had a little baby, Sydney. And we took our first trip to Vegas together. After being there 1 year. And 2 years later, we took a trip to Hawaii with Sydney.
Yeah, oh, that was so much fun.
And we've
I
been
lost
friends
my
ever
bathing
since.
suit in the water.
Yeah, it fell off. We call her Beautiful Brown Eyes. But anyhow, Bill Drew went to St. Thomas High School with me. And we introduced Mary and Bill. And they've been married how long now?
32 years.
Oh my God.
Wow.
32.
Wow. All right, let's see.
Gosh. Are you crying yet?
Yep.
The reason I'm not all emotional is I've heard it 16 times. He's practiced it on me.
But as luck had it, Lynette went to work at Houston Drug Store, like 5 blocks from our house. And I used to go in there every day in the Model 8. And I started asking her if she wanted a ride home. She did. We started dating when she was 15 and I was 19. And everybody accused me of robbing a tray.
Austin, hush.
Listen to this. But when I went to the Air Force, I was gone for 6 months, and You know, the other girl, or my dear John, Lynette, stayed loyal to me. And waited for me, and then 50 years ago today at 10:30 this morning, we were married.
Whoa, on the day.
On the day.
On the day.
They're going to say that love does strange things. You know, you know, you know. You want to be with the one you love. See, I was born Polish Catholic. My mama said, Raymond, you will marry a good Polish Catholic girl. so I picked a half Jewish, Scotch Irish Indian, Pentecostal.
Yeah.
You know, we were so equally yoked, it had to work.
Unequally yoked.
Okay? And Lynette and I have been the only people who dated. We were pure to each other until after we were married. We've been married to the same person for 50 years.
Amen.
That's not it. Just warming up.
Crank it up.
After Lynette and I got married, we moved into a garage apartment at 916 and a half Highland Street,
Hannah,
where we met Hannah and Lee, our first neighbors.
and they'll be married 50 years
next
next Saturday.
Oh, wow.
We lived next door, raised kids together, went to confirmations, weddings. We took our first trip to Alaska with them. And one of the rules there in the garage apartment we lived in, the guy said, no pets, no kids. Well, we snuck a basset hound in there snooping. And then, but when they got pregnant, it kind of showed. So we were asked to move. And so, you know, we got to looking for a house. And we found one at 1423 Wild Rock. And we met our new neighbors, Rose and Gerald Life, and Bobby and Kelly. We've been neighbors and friends for 46 years.
Yeah.
And then Gerald Rose's husband, he and I were kind of two peas in a pod. We like the Oilers, we like the Astros, we like to hunt, we like to fish, we like golf. We did anything to make us happy. We even raised chickens in my backyard.
Oh my God, we did.
And after we and then Bobby's sitting there, we wind up with one rooster. And Bobby's out there.
Tried to teach it
roosting
how
on
to
a fish
crow.
boat. Cock-a-doodle-doo. Trying to teach this rooster how to crow.
You did that, Annette.
And then my basset hound took care of the last chicken we had.
Yes. And we had chicken coop this thick
I
in our
came home from work
backyard.
one day, we had 50 chickens. Gerald, chickens went up to like 65 cents a pound, wasn't it? For 27 cents. And so Gerald and I had the bright idea we were going to buy these chickens and raise them. And so we buy this big deal. This guy had a cage and water things and feed and 50 baby chicks. And we wound up in my backyard and the dog had a nervous breakdown. He barked at the dog. He did, remember?
I mean, Snoopy
Snoopy.
barked
I wound up taking
and
Snoopy
barked
to
and
A&M.
barked.
They treated that dog for 3 weeks to heal it now. Lynette had a favorite song that we always sing whenever we're on the lake. It's called Living on Love. And that song fits us absolutely perfectly. Where's Trent? Who's supposed to play it? Trevor.
Here's his
Trevor.
I don't know where he is.
Cute.
We'll play it at the end.
We'll play it at the end.
But anyhow, Gerald and I eventually, when the kids grew up, Buzzy, David, and Stephen, and Rose coached kids at the girls at the Y. And we're all involved with our kids and enjoyed doing things with the kids. So Gerald and I started coaching at the YMCA. And we coached Buzzy and David at first and then Stephen later. And we've always won the championship every year. And then I met Mr. Kraft over here, coached some hearts. And my claim to fame is he never beat one of my teams. Right now?
That's what you say? I don't remember.
You know,
I met you 35 years ago, right?
before.
Why do you let him read it? He's just so much louder.
Yeah.
That's the old Baptist preacher for.
Yeah, that's it.
But
I'm
anyhow,
not Catholic, Jewish, Irish.
when I first met Al, I mean, this guy worked with junior achievement. He just believed in helping kids and doing everything he could for kids. And I admired him for that. He and I are together. He coached teams together. He's involved with his church, working with kids, junior achievement and used tool company. We volunteered, we got on the board at the YMCA with Richard Tangy, Al Craft, Rose and Gerald Rifle, a few chicks, Old Bull, Birchers, and we just had a good old time. A funny story, one time we were barbecuing 200 chickens for a fundraiser.
Al, you want to tell that?
Well, I can't.
remember.
Yes, he
Yeah, I
does.
remember.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, we're barbecuing 200 chickens. You know, a lot of you people rave about my barbecue. You know, when I have barbecue town, that's the guy to talk to.
All right. Were those the chickens from your backyard?
No, those chickens weren't this big.
This was 200.
Yeah.
Well, we had this big old
They only had
pit,
50.
had all these chickens going. And Mike Ace and a couple of guys wanted to do a brisket. Mike was going back to what, St. Louis or something.
St. Louis.
He wanted to take the brisket.
Yeah.
So we're sitting there cooking these chickens, and kids are out there playing ball. We're telling stories about the kids and playing dominoes. And we got to finish about 3 o'clock in the morning. But all the smoke from that barbecue was going to the apartments. And we left the briskets on it to let them cook longer so they were tender. Come back the next morning, somebody stole them. So we figured all that smoke going to the apartments, they smelled it. It smelled so
Well, of course.
They came over and stole our briskets. Right?
Oh, my gosh.
But Al and I, we coached together, like I said. He never beat a Bartula coach team. And later, Al and I became an umpiring group. He nicknamed us Salt and Pepper. I never could figure out why. But, you know, after dealing with Al, all the years I've known him, I mean, when I had a problem, he just automatically showed up. I mean, he prayed for me, he'd check on me. I check on him, he drops by just out of the clear blue. We call each other every Christmas. We talk to each other. I've been to his kids' weddings, he's been to all of our kids' weddings, funerals, or whatever. But I finally realized what he meant by salt and pepper. You know, salt and pepper are both spices. They're used to season, to make things better. Right?
Don't forget to tell me that
He,
you was my
this
first.
guy is a salt.
Don't forget what?
You all came to my first sermon that I preached.
Sure did.
That's right. I jumped the broom, didn't I?
No, that
No,
was,
at the wedding.
that's the little green apple.
You didn't jump the broom, we did.
Oh, y'all jumped. I held it. I held it.
Polacks can't jump the roof.
Oh, okay.
That's double jeopardy.
I don't know, but I knew there was a jumping involved.
Somebody jumped.
Somebody jumped.
We jumped.
Okay, let's,
I think it was retired when she married. All right. Well, Lynette and I have been blessed with 3 great kids. David, our firstborn, born July 13th, 67, 8 pounds and 3/4 of an ounce. Dina was my birthday present. She was born August the 8th, 1970. She weighed 7 pounds. And then we had a surprise. We had dinner.
Surprise.
What led up to that was Lynette had seen this gray colored car, gray Mercury, so I buy her. She starts driving the thing, and she said, "Dang, this car makes me nauseated."
the color makes me sick. I don't know what it is. I don't
So
like
she goes
this
to the doctor,
gray.
and he said, "No wonder you're nauseated. You're pregnant."
And you probably.
So
Did you ever like her
that was
hand?
one of my better choices buying her a car. We wound up with this guy.
Yeah, that's right.
This guy, hip as young, followed him playing baseball all over the country, playing for McLennan and Baylor, got drafted by the Chicago Cubs. And you saw the two little girls he created?
I made those.
Huh?
I made those.
He made those. Even though Baba said he did make it, he made them.
Right.
Yes, sir.
No question. What sort of planning did you do to have Dina born on your birthday? Was there any technical stuff there?
Very lucky, Dina said.
Yeah.
Technical stuff?
She calls me.
Okay. We're almost done.
Anyhow, we're proud of our kids. I mean, they have been the best kids parents could ever have. And by them, they married their first time sweethearts, like Lynette and I did. They married their first love. David married Stacy, and we inherited a new daughter. Darren married Jamie. Y'all started dating. What was Jamie? 10? No, the story goes that Jamie was in love with him in the 3rd grade. And, you know, they went through the whole thing, got married.
We started dating at 16.
And then David, I got 2 Davids now. I got David T and David B. David's the only guy I did ever dated. So all 3 of my kids did the same thing we did. We married our first love. And I've got two new daughters and a new son. Now I've got 6 kids. And we have 6 grandkids. Got Austin. That one over there with the smile. We got Connor.
Our computer whiz,
Right here, beautiful.
gamer, he's the gamer.
And we got Trent, the fisherman, hunter, expert on killing or catching or bait, you name it, he does it. And that kid would fish 24 hours a day.
Trevor,
And then we have Trevor. If it's got wheels on it, it's got water, it's got mud.
yes, he will find it.
He'll find it and he will wear it out and he'll do it all day long. And finally we got 2 little girls. Bailey's the apple of our eye. And she comes over to visit us. Got to see Momo, got to see Popo. And the other day she was over at the house eating some of my sugarless bluebell. She looks up at me and says, Popo, I love you very much. Blew my mind. She just crumbles. And now we have Brooklyn. She's getting there. Eventually she'll probably wind up just like Bailey. We got the sweetest kids, the sweetest grandkids. We have 4 grand dogs. We got Baylor, Boiler, Max and Tank. And my dog Sugar.
Sugar.
It's Mary Ellen's favorite dog. Sugar. She plays with it all the time.
She had met
Right?
Let me finish this up, can I?
All right.
Okay. What I wanted to say, we're all crowded in here, but I couldn't, see, I didn't practice this Democrat. I couldn't leave even one of y'all off my list because I wanted you all to be here because I love each and every one of you. And you're so important to us and who we are and who we've become. And I'm so thankful for y'all. Every one of you, Mary, Bill, Rose, Bobby, my boo-boos over here, my Aunt Geraldine.
My 2
my
Model A
Aunt
mechanics,
Ruby,
Pat.
my cousin Louise,
David.
her husband, Harold, Robert, Cindy, Mike, Angie. These girls put up with me at work. They know all the stories. They put up with my stories. I come in and they say to me, well, what's your story today? These ladies are all my prayer partners. Amy, I mean,
Yeah.
it's, I
I even
love
had the
them,
opportunity
and it
to
will
go
be
on a
hard
cruise
to
with
leave them.
Amy and her 3 sisters and Lynette.
And they get wild, whoop, whoop.
I never met such wild women in all my life.
But
They
holy.
kept telling me, shut up. Let's
Straighten
spend all
up.
my money.
I just want to say that everybody would stop us all four, me and my 3 sisters, and say, we saw your parents and your daddy's over there gambling.
I have to say something about my brothers. I have the sweetest brothers in all the world and the sweetest sister-in-law. And my friend Owena, who has been there for me through thick and thin, through everything, and I love her so much. Percy and Diana, Yvonne and Paul, Ray's cousins. And Ryan did the video. Peggy is my friend I prayed for that God would bring into the office, and I love her. Tammy, Terry, Kate,
And we
love
got,
them. Jackie, I mean, we were baseball buddies. We prayed. It was really, I wouldn't say it, but we did. We prayed till it was unbelievable.
Lynette
We
used to
anointed the
take,
bats.
Lynette used
We
to
did
take these gals
everything.
up to the lake for a retreat. When they were at the lakes, they were Will and Nelson. And he called me up one day and he said, man, you got a bunch of rowdy women at your trailer. He said, got all this loud music going, all this screaming and hollering. So they're down there praying.
It's not true. You're lying.
Ray, my name is Pat Bartilla. Ray and I are first cousins. His father and my father were brothers. I don't have a brother, but if I had one, what I want to say, Ray is the closest thing to a brother that I could possibly have. I'm a little older than Ray, and I had reached the age of reason when he was born, so I've known him all my life. Apparently, I've known Lynette since she was 15. But when she was 15, she did not look like she was 15. Whenever I talk about these people, I always speak with admiration. Admiration, because I'm looking at 2 people who did something right the first time. And that's unusual in our current culture. They have reaped the benefits from that great decision. 50 years of marriage is an event truly to be celebrated, and I think they deserve a tremendous applause.
And anyhow, it ended up. Y'all watch Duck Dynasty?
Yeah. Okay, yes.
He's coming back home, Ray.
It's Phil Robertson says, I'm happy, happy, happy.
Oh, Darren? Oh, gosh.
Uh-oh. You can just make a speech.
You don't have a list, do you?
Gotta stand
I'm
there.
told if I didn't, but I would take that out of the will.
Oh,
So I wrote it, he's gonna read it.
Yeah. All right. This represents all the kids. You want to read it?
no.
Yeah, this will be quick. This is just follow along. I didn't practice this as much as he did, so I'll be reading it off the paper. Oh. So we're going to say, Mom and Dad, it's an honor to stand here in front of you to celebrate an event that so few get to experience. Being married 50 years is an amazing accomplishment. It's an even greater accomplishment doing it while being the parents of me when I was a teenager. So I believe congratulations are in order. I don't know how you could stand each other for that long. When the 3 of us only lived at home for 20 years and couldn't wait to get away. All kidding aside, despite having our phone lines tapped and waking up at 3 a.m. in the morning with your faces 2 inches away from our mouths smelling for alcohol, life at home was pretty good.
I did. I couldn't help it.
Yeah. A funny story. The way we found out about the tapped phone lines was
Oh, God.
Dina took me for a ride one day and we stuck a tape in and it was me on the phone talking.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Had to do what you had to do.
Okay.
Had to do what you had to do.
Every memory we had as children were great. You have always been affectionate towards each other in front of us, always told us how much we were loved, and most importantly showed us how to be good people. When we were young, we never understood what great parents we had. We never saw you argue. We were never hungry. unless Dad was out of town or his Heart's Chicken was closed. We never felt unloved. We never ever went without what we needed, and almost never went without what we wanted. You were always there to help us with our homes, support us in whatever sport we were playing, took us on family vacations, and prayed for us when times were tough. Now that we are grown with children of our own, we see how amazing y'all are. We all love each other so much, we couldn't ask for a better family, and without sounding too arrogant, I know we are all great and amazing parents, and that all started with you. Thank you so much, Mom and Dad, for being committed to each other, and for showing us how to be good people, and for loving our children as much as you love us, because we now know what an amazing gift that is.
Here, Jamie wants you to go in the car for something.
Okay. All right.
You'll have to take that paper. Here. Yeah, don't do video.
No, that was it.
Gotta go to work.
Kids or something. No, I gotta go help Ding with the kids or something.